Você vai deixar a vida te levar? Quem você quer ser? O que você vai fazer? Acredito que nós podemos te dar uma direção e te ajudar. Aqui, você vai aprender inglês e francês, e como fazer o seu currículo e a sua carta de apresentação para conseguir o seu trabalho no Canadá. É agora? Mexa-se e mude a sua vida, audaciosamente indo onde você nunca foi antes.
You know that you and only you can change your life. It is time to make your dreams a reality in your life. We are going to help you now. Here, you are going to learn how to have a decent conversation with people around you, in your life, in your working place, and get your new job, in your life. In this video, you will learn little by little these new things. Don't need to rush yourself. Now let's see. To boldly go, where you have never gone before. 39 Industrial Engineer Interview Questions, plus answers. You know the interview questions can be hard, and you have an opportunity now to train them. So let's go ahead. When you have an interview scheduled, it's important to prepare so that you know what to expect. One way to prepare is by reviewing interview questions employers often ask to determine a candidate's suitability for the role. Practicing your own responses to these questions can also help you feel more confident meeting with the hiring manager or recruiter. In this article, we share 39 industrial engineer interview questions and 4 example answers you can use as a reference when crafting your own. Tell us what you think. We want to read what you have in mind. This way, we can adjust our videos to put some light on your doubts. And now, let's go back to our video. Act now and hit the like button and subscribe yourself. By doing this, much more people will be helped. Leave your comments and we will change and adjust the videos. This is the only way. Now, let's keep moving. General industrial engineer interview questions. Hiring managers often start by asking general industrial engineer interview questions to understand the candidate's profile and interest in the role. Here are 12 common questions they may ask you. These industrial engineering questions can be tricky because they converse in some specific fields that either you have to know them to give a pretty informative answer, or to be creative and give some general answers, and general enough to cover that specific situation and know, and have the experience to give some possible alternatives to the outcomes. Tell me more about yourself. What do you consider your greatest professional strengths? What are some areas of your career in which you want to improve? What motivated you to apply for this role? What do you know about the mission and vision of this company? What's your goal as an industrial engineer? What's your greatest professional accomplishment? Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Are you willing to relocate for this job? What are your salary expectations for this position? If you get the job, how soon can you start? Do you have questions about this role or the company? Questions about background and experience. Employers typically want to know about your professional and educational background, so they can evaluate your credentials for the job. Here are 12 questions a hiring manager might ask you about your industrial engineering experience. Do you have experience training other engineers or professionals in the field? What area of your career have you made improvements in within the last year? How do you manage your time effectively when working on projects? Do you prefer working independently or as part of a team? What are the most important skills for an industrial engineer? Do you have experience in any other areas of engineering? How do you prevent or resolve conflicts with colleagues or managers? Tell me about your favorite project you worked on and what you enjoyed about it. How do you manage stress when you're working on multiple projects simultaneously? What software programs do you find most beneficial for an industrial engineer? What were some of your favorite engineering courses you took while pursuing your degree? Can you tell me about a time you made a mistake at work and how you handled it? Hit the like and subscribe buttons, then you can help us to spread these words to more people. Help us to bring these words to your future Canadian friends. Now, let's see what else we have here. Help us and hit the like and subscribe buttons. This will help you, and will help us a lot. Thank you. Now let's keep feeding our brains. In-depth interview questions for an industrial engineer. The interviewer might conclude the interview by asking questions about skills, knowledge, and challenging scenarios that pertain to industrial engineering. Consider preparing responses to these 11 in-depth interview questions. Describe your approach to process planning for different processes. What steps do you take to identify and correct errors or inefficiencies in production? What are your methods for storing, organizing, and maintaining data? What makes you the ideal candidate for this role? Explain the difference between push and pull systems. What's the difference between process analysis and process planning? What's your favorite type of engineering project to work on, and why? What's your least favorite type of engineering project to work on, and why? What are some of the best approaches to making manufacturing processes more environmentally friendly? What do you find most rewarding about working as an industrial engineer? How might this role help you succeed personally and professionally? Don't insist on living in your golden cage any longer and get out from it. Come on, start moving. Take your destiny into your hands and inform yourself to make wise decisions which will lead your life to the place you want it to be. Don't need to rush yourself, but do not waste your valuable time. Now, let's see some pronunciation. The vowels will make the sounds of the words resonate, and the consonants will put a stop or pause when you hold the air. This will make it possible for you to put your emotions and your intentions when you are talking. Therefore, you will control your conversations. Interview questions with example answers. Here are 4 interview questions with example answers you can use to help you craft your own responses. 1. What's the most challenging project you've worked on, and what was its outcome? Employers often want to know how candidates handle challenging projects involving multiple team members, established timelines, and structured resources. Your answer tells them how you perform in a stressful situation and how comfortable you are taking on complex tasks. Providing specific details about the project, your process for completing it, and the outcome can show a hiring manager your ability to manage projects effectively. Example: in my most recent role, I worked with my team to identify issues within the manufacturing process and develop a plan to implement new equipment. When we introduced the plan to management, they rejected it and expressed that the equipment might cost too much. I gathered extensive information on why the machinery can be a smart investment and included evidence like case studies, statistics, and research to support my claims. My presentation convinced the management team, and the new equipment led to a 20% decrease in production costs within the first year. 2. How do you stay updated on industrial engineering trends, industry standards, and legislation? Engineering is a dynamic field that often introduces new technology and processes that may change based on industry trends, safety standards, and relevant laws. Hiring managers might ask this question to ensure you prioritize staying updated on important industry news that may affect organizations and their employees. Consider sharing multiple platforms you use to learn and communicate about issues in industrial engineering. Example: I'm a member of 2 professional organizations for engineers, and they're the primary sources of my news and updates about the industry. One group is for all engineers, and the other is for industrial engineering professionals. Being a member of both allows me to learn about changes in the industry and in my specific practice area. These organizations have quarterly publications, webinars, conferences, and networking opportunities, allowing me to learn about and discuss trends and changes in the field with my peers. 3. How do you define industrial engineering, and why is it important? Knowing how to provide a concise definition of industrial engineering shows hiring managers you have a thorough understanding of the job. This is important because it allows you to help professionals on other teams learn about your role in projects and how their duties complement yours. Before your interview, you can review the job description and research the company to ensure you create a response that applies specifically to the organization and the position. Example: industrial engineering is an area within the field that focuses on analyzing processes and systems, identifying areas that may benefit from improvements, and developing methods for making them more efficient. This specialization is essential to manufacturing plants like this one, because it enables them to maintain high levels of safety and productivity, which can increase revenue. As an industrial engineer, I collaborate with teams in many departments to gather ideas and make changes that can benefit the company and its customers and employees. 4. What are some key factors to consider when planning a plant layout? Many industrial engineers are responsible for planning a manufacturing facility's layout. A hiring manager might ask you this question to evaluate your planning experience, organizational skills, and knowledge of this industrial engineering concept. In your answer, consider providing some of the most important factors and why they're essential to the planning process. Example: my first priority when planning a layout for a manufacturing plant is employee safety. Preventing accidents and injuries takes precedence over all other factors, so I focus on creating a safe design. Next, I plan for movement and visibility based on the size of the facility. I want to ensure all team members can see each other and monitor each step of the process without too much physical space between the production phases. Finally, I work on perfecting the flow to ensure the process runs smoothly in one direction from beginning to end. You know that the only way to not be a lonely spectator of your history is to take your life into your hands, and only you can do this. Here you can see the things that matter for this purpose. Achieve your dreams and take the courage to get down in the rabbit hole to wake up in the other place that you've dreamed of. Now that you have all of these, go to practice and create your own conversation. Go in the description to find our link and go deeper into your study to achieve your dreams. Thank you very much for watching this video and be in touch with us. Keep up there and write your story. I'll see you at the next one. Take care. Bye for now.